Hey guys! Please subscribe my YouTube channel. Today I will tell you history of Westminster Abbey located in United Kingdom. So move toward my today's video. Westminster Abbey, one of the most important and iconic religious buildings in the United Kingdom, has a rich history that stretches back over 1,000 years. It is located in Westminster, London, and has been the site of royal coronations, weddings, and burials. Its architectural grandeur, religious significance, and close association with the British monarchy make it a key symbol of British history. Anglo-Saxon beginnings, 960s. The origins of Westminster Abbey date back to the 10th century, when a small Benedictine monastery was established on the site by St. Dunstan, during the reign of King Edgar, ruled 959 to 975. At this time, it was a relatively simple religious community, situated on the banks of the River Thames, in what was then an isolated area known as Thorney Island. Edward the Confessor and the First Abbey, 1042 to 1066. The true transformation of Westminster Abbey began in the mid-11th century, under King Edward the Confessor, who decided to rebuild the existing church, as part of his plans to create a royal burial site and shrine for himself. This marked the beginning of Westminster Abbey's strong connection to the English monarchy. Edward's Abbey was completed in 1065, just before his death in 1066. He was buried in the church, and the abbey became a major pilgrimage site. This structure, however, was largely replaced by the current Gothic building in later centuries. Henry III's Gothic rebuilding, 13th century. In 1245, King Henry III began a significant rebuilding project to transform Westminster Abbey into the grand Gothic structure that exists today. Henry had a deep admiration for French Gothic architecture and sought to elevate the abbey to match the grandeur of European cathedrals. The new abbey, designed in the Gothic style with pointed arches, ribbed vaulting, and flying buttresses, was largely completed by the end of Henry III's reign, though construction continued for centuries. Henry III was buried in the abbey, near the shrine of Edward the Confessor. Further additions and modifications. Over the following centuries, various monarchs and church officials contributed to the development of Westminster Abbey. One of the most significant additions was the construction of the famous Lady Chapel, commissioned by Henry VII in the early 16th century, known for its stunning fan vaulting. The two western towers, which give the abbey its distinctive silhouette, were completed much later, in the early 18th century, by architect Nicholas Hawksmoor in the Gothic Revival style. Coronation site. Since the coronation of William the Conqueror in 1066, Westminster Abbey has been the traditional site of the coronation of English and later British monarchs. Nearly every monarch from that time onward has been crowned in the abbey, seated in the historic coronation chair, which was built in 1300 to 1301, to hold the stone of Scone, used in the coronation of Scottish kings. Royal weddings and funerals. In addition to coronations, Westminster Abbey has been the site of many royal weddings and funerals. Notable royal weddings include that of Queen Elizabeth II to Prince Philip in 1947, and Prince William to Catherine Middleton in 2011. It has also been the final resting place for numerous British monarchs, and other notable figures, including Queen Elizabeth I, Mary Queen of Scots, and many British prime ministers, poets, and scientists. Poets' Corner. One of the most famous areas of Westminster Abbey is Poets' Corner, established in the 14th century, where some of Britain's greatest writers, poets, and playwrights are buried or commemorated. The first poet to be buried there was Geoffrey Chaucer, in 1400, and since then, the corner has become a resting place for literary giants such as Charles Dickens, Rudyard Kipling, and Thomas Hardy. World War II and restoration. Westminster Abbey, like much of London, suffered damage during the Blitz in World War II. Although it was struck by bombs, the abbey survived with relatively minor damage. After the war, significant efforts were made to restore and preserve its architectural integrity. UNESCO World Heritage Site. In 1987, Westminster Abbey, along with the Palace of Westminster and St. Margaret's Church, was designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site due to its historical, cultural, and architectural significance. Westminster Abbey is not only a symbol of the British monarchy, but also a testament to the country's religious and cultural heritage. Its walls hold centuries of history, from the reigns of medieval kings to modern royal weddings, and it continues to inspire awe and reverence among visitors and worshippers alike. If you enjoyed today's video, then like and share my today's video, and subscribe my YouTube channel.